And there is nobody there, but they'll show up. Hey, everybody. Oh, there's 0 people there. Hey, 0 people. Thank you for coming to the Mystic 4, where we're going to do personal readings. Oh, 7. There's already 7. Okay. So if anybody wants a personal reading, please put, what did you say, Gerald? Put hashtag Mystic in there.
And it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Type in hashtag Mystic, no space between the Octothorpe and the M. Once you are selected, we'll have you put your question in all in caps. That way we can keep it organized.
Yeah.
So, but there you go.
Okay.
There we go.
And
Liz has joined us.
well, hi, Liz.
Hi, Artist Liz.
Artist Liz, hi.
That dreaded tarot stash is here. I'm not sure what's up with that. I didn't know that he was available.
Yeah, might want to watch him and that Cleo. You might watch her too.
Ooh, that Cleo the Seer.
You can't trust a thing she says.
No. And and then there's the Val Dragonfly crystals.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were just getting the cream of the crop, Cleo, for hosting this. My goodness.
Hi, Connie.
Yes, and as we spiral out of control, I do want to remind everybody to please like and subscribe. Subscriptions are free. This is not membership. When you subscribe and you like this video and you ring the bell, that helps YouTube know that we should continue to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yes, we definitely appreciate that.
And I'm going to do that thing that I always do. This is for entertainment. Oh, wait a minute. This is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really.
Beautiful advice.
And there's Gerald's podcast.
Yes, and Gerald's podcast is a very
popular.
popular
Apparently,
show.
there's a way to make a podcast on YouTube. I've not figured out how to do that.
You just make it a podcast instead of a playlist.
And one does that how?
When you're going to give it a classification, whether you're putting it as a, you say you're doing this show, and you pick, then you're saying it's going to be you're not going to do anything, or you're going to say it's classified as a podcast. It's a category in the drop-down menu that you're
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Gerald is learning things, and you're all witnessing. Thank you.
Me too. I didn't know this stuff.
I have all my shows are podcasts, and very very few actually are actually not podcasts. But I'll type it up and send it to you guys so you know.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
Very nice.
All right.
So hashtag Mystic. Once you are selected, type in your question all in caps.
Yeah.
We are doing, we're using the giveaway tool. And so do you want me to start, Cleo, or would you like to talk about what do you have coming up?
Oh, I see. We do have a couple more people. I was just kind of waiting to see how many people came up with hashtag Mystic, because that's what we need to get started with the questions.
Yeah.
And the way we're going to do this today is we're going to answer questions in pairs. So it will be Gerald and Deb will be the first readers, and Val and I will be the second readers.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to get through as many of these as we can.
Yes.
So hopefully everybody gets a chance to get a reading.
We now have 8 people who have done the Mystic. So when you first started that statement, there were only 4. You had the ability to double it. So I would encourage you to use your powers for good And you know, we can have the discussion off camera about what is good. What's your definition of good? So, but yeah.
Okay, well, if you want to go ahead and get started doing the picking,
All
go
right.
for it,
Let
Zero.
me- Is this nope, that's not the one. Hang on. Everybody stay calm. Don't freak out. Don't freak out.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody start freaking out. So, okay, there's that.
Yay.
And so we're going to draw 4 people. So, and then once you are selected, type in your question. Mary, please type your question all in caps. And then next up, we have, by the way, I'm doing this with Cleo's permission. Ooh, artist Liz. Please type your question all in caps. I sort of have to wait until the confetti goes away because the confetti makes me happy. I mean, it's the small things in life, right?
It is.
Red dragon. So go ahead and type in your question all in caps so we can catch it. And then our 4th person is dun, 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 Teacher Barbara.
Ooh.
Thank you, Teacher Barbara. And got that. Yes, we can tell the full moon is near.
Yep, definitely.
Okay, so we just need Mary, Artist Liz, Red Dragon, and Teacher Barbara to tell us what type of reading they want. And we do have Mary, so we can go ahead and start if you want, Deb.
Okay.
If you don't mind going first, here's Mary.
I do not mind going first. Okay, Mary, the first card I got is the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is about hard work and learning and getting together things that you want to know about or to do, and then starting to do them. The second card I got is the 2 of Cups. So this card is not only about relationships, friendships, and sibling relationships, but it's also about medical things. So it could be that you have a medical issue coming up and you're learning about it, but whatever it is that you're learning about and going forward with this relationship, whether it's a medical thing or if it's something about a personal relationship, things will turn out for the good because the Ace of Swords came up for the 3rd card. And so that's what's coming up shortly in your future is the truth, the justice, the learning. All of that is going to pay off, and you're going to get that thing that you're trying to attain with this first card.
Mm-hmm. Mary, I have powerful cards for you. I have the Page of Pentacles, and this Page of Pentacles is doing Tai Chi. There is a need to find balance, and the thing about Tai Chi is it is fluid motion. So as you are dealing with things related to money, finances, or your physical body, allow time to make sure that you are able to balance and to give yourself a little bit of time to go, okay, and keep that in there. There is also the King of Wands. This is a card about mastery. The card is about you being mature when you, instead of getting hot-headed immediately, perhaps taking a breath, staying calm, and then addressing it, because you're looking at it from a higher picture, from a higher perspective. The other thing, Mary, that is really critically important for you at this time is the Four of Swords. Mary, you need to take a bit of a break. This is the card of thinking a whole lot and being overwhelmed. It does suggest that trying to keep your balance, trying to be mature and meaningful with your energy can be exhausting. Take a bit of a break, take a nap when you can, but also allow yourself some much needed time to go. So that's what I have for you, Mary.
Wow, that sounded good.
Yeah, I think that's a really powerful thing. Red Dragon, I need you to type in what your question is, or if you want a general question. I did get Teacher Barbara's, and so I'm just waiting for Red Dragon. And next up is Artist Liz. An artist, yes.
I thought the next one up was Teacher Barbara.
You guys want to do Teacher Barbara? That's fine.
Let's do Teacher Barbara first, because Artist Liz came in so late that we were already reading on Teacher Barbara.
Great.
That's what happened.
So
yeah.
Deb and I will read for Artist Liz.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
I might have something to say about that too.
Well, you know what? It's your show. You can do whatever the heck you want.
I have something.
Don't I know it?
Yeah.
There you go. And by the way, this is when everything goes off the rails. Hold on, kids. It's going to be a powerful show. Teacher Barbara said, "My contract at school was no renewed. Job soon? Question mark."
Go ahead, Val.
Okay, so they're really seeing this as a blessing in disguise for you, Teacher Barbara. You may say in your mind, "Oh my gosh," and feel a little deflated and let down, and some of this feeling that we would all feel if we weren't going forward with what we in our minds was something that was going to be renewed, and we were going to go forward with our lives in that way. But it's coming in because there's a bigger picture for you to look at right now, and they're asking you to slow down. There is a request for you to stay present in this moment. In other words, don't go back to, "I wish it had turned out this way." Don't go forward into, "Where's a job? Where's a job? Where's a job?" Stay right here, right now, because this is where it all happens, right here in this present moment. Stop pulling or pushing against, rather, what is. Align with it and move on. So instead of, being in the energy of this, you have a lot of resilience and you're able to pull this off. Just shake it all off, because you're in a new now moment. So life can be hard or life can be wonderful, and you get to choose how it can be. And why do I even say that to you? It's about focusing on the beautiful energy you are. And, that really gives you a breakthrough energy coming in where you'll get new insights and new information. You're going through an awakening, a leveling up, a third eye awakening, and there's a flow, a natural flow when you surrender and trust what is coming and see where it takes you. And maybe, just maybe, you're not meant to go forward with another teaching position. Maybe it's going to turn into something else, but the big picture is going to be showing up for you, and you're going to notice the shift within you. When you pause and give yourself this downtime more will be revealed. So this is one of the best things that could have ever happened, believe it or not. You're going to look back. Oh, thanks, Val. It's my Saturn return, I think. Yeah, Teacher Barbara. And you know what? It will shift you and propel you into an amazing new level of life, adventure. Things are ramping up for you. Great awakening, big breakthrough. So I love this energy for you. Be in the allowance of it and see what shows up. Breathe and be in the present moment. That is what the universe is saying for you. Thank you so much for asking, Teacher Barbara.
And Teacher Barbara, I got to go right along with what Val's talking about. Plus, I can see where you first got the for the notice. You were devastated, and so yeah. And you wrote on here, stop freaking out. Definitely stop freaking out, because you've got all the skills, the talent, the wherewithal to do your teaching job. You're really, really good at it. Really good at it. But I see this time around, getting a job might be a little bit different than what you're used to. You might have to be a little more creative. I know in my area up in Seattle, there's been a lot of people, they've had to let go because of the budget problems. So there's a lot of teachers that are like, uh-oh, what do I do now? So, you might find yourself not exactly in a school setting. It might go both ways, but I see you being really creative about this, and I also see you being really successful about whatever it is you decide to do. But you do have to kind of let go of what you're used to and what you're really, you loved what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
You loved where you were at, and so, but take advantage of this opportunity to really. I feel like you're going to go into something where you didn't really even imagine that this could happen. It really wasn't in your wheelhouse at all. And then you find out that it's really rewarding. Now, I know that sounds a little vague about where I'm going with this. I don't have specifics, but I do see you getting something that really is fulfilling. It's going to take a little bit of time. You need to put yourself out there. Maybe it's by putting yourself out there that somebody else sees something about you that might fit into what they're doing. And they know that it's different than teaching at a school. So put it all out there and just be open to check out everything, anything that comes your way or any hunch you might have, because there is something different coming on that will be, oh, you're going to love it, but it is different. So, I think it's going to be a great challenge, and it's going to be a good thing, and it's going to be profitable. So that's what I have.
Love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So, thank you, Teacher Barbara. Next up, we have Artist Liz. I did get Red Dragon. It said part 2. Was there a part 1 Red Dragon? So, Teacher Barbara said thank you to both of you. So this is wonderful. So Artist Liz has asked, will I ever find my true love? A good man that loves me for who I am. I've never had a real relationship. I've never had a man tell me that he loves me. Am I meant to have love in this lifetime?
Artist Liz, I can't tell you yes or no. What I can tell you is that the cards that I drew for you, first I drew gratitude is dreaming. Now this card, notice it's in the shape of a heart. The first line says, the manifesting power of gratitude, the law of praise. Have you remembered to be grateful for what you have? Be grateful for yourself. Have you remembered to tell those that you love, your family, how grateful you are for them. The more grateful you are for the love that you have, the more love you will have to give. And make sure to include yourself in that. Loving yourself is the first step to manifesting. The second card I got, this and that are also true. It says open-mindedness, perspective, nuance, and complexity. So it's not a simple thing. Will I find someone? It's complex because you're complex. You have different needs today than you did 5 years ago. You have different needs today than you did yesterday. The problem is you're not fulfilling your own needs. Be open-minded. Don't box yourself in to it has to be this sort of person or that sort of person. Make sure that your mind is open. Keep perspective and watch for the nuance and complexity. Now, the third card I drew brings it home. The burden of choice. This beautiful card here. Choosing higher ground, consequences, unconscious choice making. So are you doing those things? Are you choosing the higher ground? Are you taking account of the consequences and counting the cost? And are you making unconscious choices? Because a choice can be a burden. And the burden of choosing is what is the consequences that you end up with. So I would say to you, the first thing you need to do to finding a partner in life is to make sure that you are the sort of person that the kind of partner that you want will be attracted to. And that's where you start with this, loving yourself and then being grateful for that. And that's what I have.
And
Wow,
Liz,
that was
yeah,
good. That's good.
Liz has said, I've been thinking of new ways to expand things that I want to do artistically. I put that up there because the first card that I have for you is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about creative expansion. It's also about creativity showing up in new ways. And again, for entertainment purposes only, I'm going to actually say, because Deb had actually said the burden of choice. Here's the burden of choice, Miss Thang. We have the Prince of Hearts, the Prince of Pentacles, and the page of Cups. Well, guess what? You're going to have a couple of options when it comes to romance. And the Prince of Hearts, one who's dashing and is all forward about the love and says all of the right things. The Prince of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, who is slow and steady and understands the importance of the build-up. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? And the Page of Cups, someone who might be a bit immature with understanding what love is and what it looks like in a relationship. That being said, Liz, I have the World for you. The World is actually supported by the Hanged Man. What the Hanged Man is saying is it is important for you to adjust the way you are thinking about yourself and love. And I'm going to say this into the microphone with my podcast voice. Artist Liz, you are lovable right now exactly as you are. You do not need to change a dang thing about yourself. When you understand that, talk about some power and gratitude and movement. Believe that you are lovable exactly the way you are. And you don't want someone who wants you to change. You want someone who gets excited about you doing these artistic things because they recognize what it does for you and the connection and the excitement, and they get excited for that.
Yeah.
They are placing opportunity and supporting you as you explore your creative endeavors. And lo and behold, they get inspired as well in their own artistic activities. So that's what I have for you, Artist Liz.
Beautiful readings. Both.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? You know
Yeah.
what, Artist Liz? I see. As they were doing the readings on you, and I was reading your questions and stuff and your responses. That person is out there right now. Keep your eyes peeled. There's somebody out there right now that they. It's the perfect yin and yang. This person's not super creative, but they're really into what other people can do. And I think that you might already know this person because they've been kind of keeping an eye on you. On the other hand, it kind of feels like, artistic people are different than other people.
They are. That's it, right? Cleo. Yeah. Here's the thing. You don't sashay around like you're some sexy number trying to attract somebody. You're just Artist Liz doing her thing. So you don't speak to men in the language of more than friends. But here's the thing. Suddenly people are trying to get close to you, and you, I don't think, sometimes don't realize that they're trying to get close to you.
Totally. I agree with that, Val. That's exactly what I was heading towards. Yeah.
Remember, I got 3 possibilities, Cleo. You're talking about, there's somebody, I'm thinking there's more than one. I'm thinking there's 3. Wow. That goes to what Deb said,
but the message clearly between Deb and Gerald for you is opening your heart to yourself. That beautiful language that Gerald spoke to about loving yourself and knowing you are perfect just as you show up, and that there's nothing at all for you to shift or change. People will show up that will appreciate the very soul of you as you show up, creating all the beautiful things that you do. So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It could be a really cool summer for you, Artist Liz.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Or it could be a really hot summer for you.
Well, that too. That too.
All right. Thank you, Artist Liz. So Red Dragon had asked, was this an elemental? And I didn't see a...
Yeah, I looked too, Gerald. I didn't see us.
I couldn't find one either. Whatever part one is. But I tell you, whatever is going on, it feels like it is an elemental, but I don't know what
I got that too. I got that it is an elemental, but they're all about you and what this means for you and what the energy is for you. So are we doing Red Dragon?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I got is that there's a deep connection between you and the elementals. There really is. And you're discovering your true self right now. And one of those connections is how you're connected to the elemental kingdom. This is a big thing for you, but you're connected multidimensionally as well. There's a intuitive creativeness that's flowing within you. And that's why the elementals are showing up, because they're here to help guide that. And they are very creative. They are very into the nature-y creative force. You're developing that energetic sensitivity. It's your intuitive gift that is really blooming, and embrace that. The elementals, speak to them, talk to them out loud. They're here to assist you to embrace that part of yourself, and they will help you with anything going forward. What is it? Creativity? It's in everything you do. Writing, speaking, singing, whatever it is that you're moving through doing, you are creating. Whether you're cooking in the kitchen or you're whatever it is, it's all creative. there is an emotional clarity that is going to sharpen your intuition that's coming in for you. This crystallization of knowingness, of claircognizance is coming in for you. They're asking you to get organized and prepare and be ready for all these communications. Listen to your body as well. There are signs coming in showing you what is happening by your bodily sensations, be that the energy coming in and that connection. You might vibrate, you may feel that closeness, something standing by you, but you don't know what it could be. Those are all those angels, guides, and elementals. They're helping you. And they're actually asking you not to take yourself too seriously at the same time. Find ways to lighten up. Have fun. Why? Because it spurs on creativity, that lightheartedness. And they want you to know you have a beautiful, bright light inside, and stop dimming it. In any way, shape, or form that you think you are, in any way, shine that light out and know that you are here to do beautiful things with your energy. And congratulations, Red Dragon. Yes,
Yeah,
it was an elemental.
That was great, Val. All I could think about while you were going through all this, first of all, listen to Val, because I don't know what the first part was at all. So, and I guess nobody did. But when you ask yourself, was this an elemental? Kind of, you need a little confidence here. When you think something like that, you're probably right on about what's going on with that. So, I'm just going to leave it alone. Val really covered a lot of stuff, and I agree with her. But yes, do have confidence when you sense something like that. That's what's going on. So,
and the first thing out of the gate is that soul connection. Yes,
yeah.
it was connecting
Yeah.
with you.
And yes, thank you for that question. And so Lorraine Orr is asking if it's too late for a question. It absolutely is not. So please put your questions in there using hashtag Mystic, and Gerald will do his thing and draw people out.
So
There we go.
We're going to pull 4 more names.
Okay.
And when your name is posted, we need you to type in your question all in caps. Dog Walker is first. Dog Walker. Please put your question all in caps. And then we have, if my name comes up, I'm not getting a reading, by the way. So,
I would if I were you. I should put my name in. Oh,
Viviani. Please let us know your question, Viviani. And next up, we have all right, Beth Aspasia Rising, who I know is here. She went out because Bodhi needed to use the potty. So, okay. And then last one for this round is Alicia Bell. So, Dog Walker and okay, just seeing if we have, and somebody asked if we didn't have the phone, and I don't have the phone, but Dog Walker got you, and I got Dog Walker and Viviani. So Alicia Bell and Aspasia Rising. We're going to start with Dog Walker, and so we'll do Dog Walker, and then Cleo and Val will do Viviani, if that's okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Do my parents who have passed on have any guidance regarding my future? I'm retired, 66-year-old for reference. So,
Well, dog walking. The first card I get is protection. So, and I think it's apt that it's represented by this egg. They're very protective of you and what you're going through. They think you need a little bit of perspective. Step back and look at what your options are. Do the thing that makes you happy. Get the perspective you need to know what that is. And the final card that I got is transmutation. So you take that new perspective and looking for the thing that you want to do, and everything else, transmute it, give it back to Gaia, let it transform you because you have experienced, maybe do a little bit of everything. Try things out. And then you'll take that experience and transmute that experience and let it transmute you into a new being. Once you've tried all the things that you think that you want to try, just remember that your parents are right there with that protection. They are around you all the time. All you have to do is think of them and they're there. That's what I think.
Beautiful.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
nice.
that. So, dog walker, do your parents have any guidance regarding your future? Yes. And here's an interesting thing is they're telling you to make some different choices than they made regarding their future, in particular about finances, for entertainment purposes only. Because they may have been a little too generous with their money and not thinking to put things in their own nest egg. They may have put it out there instead of actually putting it into something that's going to support them long term. I also got the King of Cups. I'm wondering if dog walker, you're okay. Yes, your parents are with you, like Deb said. They're around you. If you meditate, you might want to do some meditation and enjoy, pour them a cup of their favorite beverage and have a conversation with them. Really incorporate that into a daily or a weekly thing. And then instead of looking out into the future for what's coming or what you want to do, just do it. That's a pretty clear message. Don't wait for a particular timing. Just go ahead and do it. So
don't wait for somebody to bring you the milk out of the refrigerator. Just go get it yourself.
Yes.
Can I add what Gerald said about including them, like with their favorite beverage once a week or something like that? I do that with my dad. I have a particular cup that I drink coffee out of. That was his cup that I gave him for one of his birthdays. And so I do that with my dad. So don't feel silly doing that. You're not the only one. And it's a good way to connect with them.
It really is.
Wow, that was nice, Deb.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do a similar thing. I do it every Monday. And if I'm not going to be home on Monday, I'm telling my ancestors that you will get it when I return, and it'll be a larger cup of coffee.
There you go. So, I love that. And it's such an honoring of the energy. And I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Viviani says, I would love a message from my spirit team that is important for me to know now, please. Thank you.
Oh man, Viviani, these cards are very clear. You might be feeling some brain fog, even headaches. There's a bit of unorganized confusion somewhat, or you're just feeling that way as you're feeling that kind of brain fog. Things are feeling a little unclear. But you know what? This is your opportunity. Searching to find yourself. Find yourself as you're going to show up now in this new moment. It is really about you going on that adventure to discover and reinvent yourself. There is great knowledge and more information coming in all the time. And they're asking you to just flow with it. Flow with it. You're receiving a lot of higher vibrational energy now. And your intuition will be very sharp. So you are really hearing the whispers of angels through your intuition. Pay attention to that. They're speaking to you all the time. You have an incredible soul connection deeply with your soul. So you're now discovering what that soul, the higher self, the soul that you are, is leading you toward. This is your journey now to discover and find yourself. This is going to be joyful. You're going to receive intuitive insights that are going to be very powerful, and they're going to be helpful for your journey going forward for the rest of the year. There's going to be that inner knowing along with that knowledge. Trust that inner wisdom that you have. It'll guide you on the right path. No one can speak for you like your higher self. The information that comes is just for you and you alone. And keep your ears open for the angel whispers, for they're speaking to you constantly. So thank you for that.
Wow, that was great. That was great. I got some similar things going on here that, with all these, you seem to be really blessed. You've got a whole bunch of stuff around you that's just very positive and
I just got the chills. That is just really blessed.
You are capable of so much stuff, but then you do have these things in the middle here that you get distracted, I guess, maybe it would be the word, where you might go off onto something else when really everything you need is right in front of you. And your spirit guides, they're just so proud of you, and they're just right there with you all the time. I think you make a connection with them because they seem to think so. And they're always there to help you, but you do just have so much going on, so much inner talent, I guess. And that your guides are really your guides are pleased with how you're doing.
They love her so much, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, perfect. That's it, pal. That is it. They do. They love you so much. It's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
But it looks to me like you deserve all that,
Yeah, absolutely, right?
You've got a lot going on. So anyway, when these little things come up that might feel like a setback or something, no setbacks here. It's just little learning experiences. Just, if you see something as a setback, it means there's something to actually gain from that. So don't worry about it. Just roll with it. And wow.
Well,
actually,
and also,
really,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to jump on something that you just said, Cleo. Is this: if you see something as a setback, it is. If you see something as an opportunity to grow and evolve, you will.
It's perfect.
Yeah, very good advice.
That was beautiful, Cleo.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. And I have to actually say, Viviani has said it's chaotic right now, a lot going on, but it's the beginning of a new wonderful journey.
And that's exactly what I saw right there. Yeah. It is a little bit chaotic, but hey, don't worry about it. You got all the tools and talents to.
Oh my gosh, and so many angels and beings helping you. Oh my God.
Yeah, you got a lot of help.
so
and
much.
and I want to jump in here because I'm going to say something to Viviani that I've said before. Viviani, you are all that.
Wow.
That is profound.
Stop
And
trying to convince yourself that you're not.
oh, I love it.
You are.
Oh, and she's saying thank you. Yes, thank you, Gerald.
There you go.
Aw.
Okay.
Right.
I have not heard from Alicia Bell, but I did hear from Beth Espacio Rising. And so this is Beth's question. General for the summer, hoping for a time of growth in my spiritual practice. And it's funny. I don't know what has caused this, but it looks like Beth is me in that post.
That Beth is you. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that, I got a
fine.
text from her because, you can't rush a dog.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
No,
I
you
mean,
can't.
you need to take the
Good
time to
time.
take outside.
Yeah, I love it. Did you hear, Deb? You can try.
Yeah, you can try, but it's not a good idea.
Okay, Beth. You, for the summer, you have all the strength you need to get through it, whatever's coming. You're having some worries about things, but listen, all of these worries that you're having that are keeping you awake and giving you bad dreams, they're not real, or they're real and they have no effect on you. So stop worrying about them. Get some real rest because you're embarking on something new. The Fool tells you that it's time to take that step and go forward into the unknown. And so I pulled a couple of clarifiers. I got the flamingo, I believe this is an antelope, and the scale. So it's the flamingo is flashy, all flash, and not so much substance under those pink feathers. There's still a fragile bird under all those pink feathers. So whatever it is that you're worried about, you need to let it go. This antelope, I think it's an antelope, wants you to know that you have things in hand. You don't have to worry about things. You are fleet of foot and you can move about. I don't know if that's an antelope or not, but he's telling you the same thing. These worrisome little, the chatter that's going on, don't listen to it. It's not for you. It's not about you. Or if it is, then it's none of your business. Just let it go. And finally, I got the scale, and that's telling you to weigh things that you can do. You can do what you need to do. All you need to do is just put it into perspective and balance it. Take that step.
I am using
I love that.
Beth's favorite deck. It's not her favorite deck, but I did it just on purpose. I'm using the Light Seers. I got, if you're wanting growth in your spiritual practice, I actually have 2 knights. I have the Knight of Pentacles. Remember to go slow and steady. Slow and steady is a really important thing. My internet is fading, so if I click out, I have the Knight of Cups. It is an important time for you to fall in love with your spiritual practice again. Romance it. Enjoy it. Let it fill your heart. Let it get you emotional. It's a bit of things that are lacking. The summer will actually bring about the 6 of Wands. You will be victorious. The things that are going on and your spiritual practice are going to evolve. I love that. I love that. And I love it with, with the Knight of Pentacles. and the Knight of Cups. Fall in love with it all over again. So
Mhm.
Step into something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
yeah,
Good.
I think that's perfect. So thank you, Beth. All right. I did not hear from Alicia Bell. So shall we
Yep, go again.
grab some more?
Yeah.
Let me remove the current comment. And let's see, we'll pick, we'll do 4 more, see how we do, because we've got a hard stop.
Mhm.
Lucy, let us know that you're here and your question. And then we had, and by the way, more people have come in. Thanks everybody for being here.
Yes.
Jazz, say hi and give us your question. Then we have Sherry French. And then, by the way, this is a great opportunity for everybody to like this video. Nor type in your questions so that I have them. So we're waiting to hear back from Lucy, Jazz, Sherry French, and Noor. So, so while people are popping in, Cleo, Val, and I are on the Cool Crone Oracle on Friday the 13th.
Yes, we are.
Right.
So it's a good opportunity for everybody to check that out.
Sashay over there.
Yeah, another show of personal readings.
Yeah,
That's right.
and
So if
then
we missed you here, go over there.
and then Deb, Linda De Gonzalez, and I are doing Gratitude Drives Abundance readings on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So
Wonderful.
all right. We've got Jazz's question, so we'll start with Jazz. Still waiting to hear back from Lucy, Sherry, and Noor. So I'm going to put Jazz up here. May I ask for guidance? Go ahead.
Is that for Val and I?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay.
May I ask for guidance from my spirit team? Looking for a job and working on finishing a writing project.
Oh. Well, Jazz, there's a lot of spiritual guidance coming in for you. And your intuition is really picking up on a lot of things, especially on the project that you're doing. So trust its direction. Trust what you're getting. And your intuition reflects the truth like a mirror. So trust what you perceive. This is really important for you right now. It's a greater step into the sovereignty of who you are, trusting yourself, trusting your inner guidance. When you surrender to the flow, the natural flow of life, trust where it takes you. This is going to be an adventure of trust in yourself and your intuition. You're going to have to balance a little bit of the ups and downs of your emotions about this. And again, you are one of the people, and I think a lot of us are finding ourselves reinventing who we are, getting a bigger perspective of what we're here to do, and seeing ourselves in a whole different light. There is a choice. There's deliberation that you're going to be making on what's coming in, but you're going to follow the light. Intuition will lead you toward that light. Trust its direction. The light of awareness sharpens your intuition. So when the opportunities of new doors open to you, which they will, go to your heart to discern what is your heart's desire. This will always lead you in the direction of the greatest opportunities to be on your divine plan path, which you already are. No one can be off of it, but you will be in that sweet spot of the joy of creation. So this is what they're saying to you. So everything you're doing is lining up. They're just reminding you about the balance of the ups and downs of your emotion, or how you're feeling, or how your mind script may be sounding in your head, but your inner guidance is guiding you beautifully. Trust in that. Let that flow. Let that process happen, because it is surrendering to the flow that allows you to that next great opportunity coming. There are new doors opening to you very soon, and realize that you are bringing it forward. You, the eternal you of who you are. So they will be profound opportunities that will shift you in many ways. Be prepared and be ready by listening quietly to your intuition, your guidance. And that's what I have for you, Jazz. Thank you.
Wow, that was great.
Oh, thank you.
You know, Jazz, on the job stuff, I see a lot of opportunities coming up. On the writing project, your guides are like, yay, we're so glad that you decided to go back and work on that, and you're going to do just fine with it. But maybe you just needed that momentary break away from it to kind of, I know that I do that kind of thing too. Just work on something and get like bogged down by it. And then you just say, oh, never mind, forget it. But then when you come back to it, now you'd have a whole new perspective on it. So it wasn't a bad thing to stop doing it. It was actually a good thing. And on your job, I see you're going to be running into all kinds of opportunities, but particularly one where there's sort of a male figure that will be like a mentor to you, or maybe it's just somebody that you look up to right away, you know, just like this, I really want to learn some stuff from this person, which you will. So I see the job opportunities definitely happening, and you'll have a number of choices. And do take some time to kind of meditate on each one. You know, you might grab onto the first one and think, this is it. Kick back a little bit and really study it and see and meditate on it, really, actually meditate on it, and then decide what you should do with it, and look at all possibilities. Like if you put out your resume and you came up with 2 or 3 possibilities, check each and every one, because there's something going on here that you're coming into a very cool thing that will kind of set you up for future employment that maybe you haven't quite reached yet. I don't know if it's a training thing or it's a job plus training. So a break that he says, or she says, but break does offer change in perspectives. So yeah, that would work for the writing thing. But this job thing is very it's kind of broad, and that's why I want you to meditate on each offer that you get. Mm-hmm. But it turns out really, really well. I mean, you really have a lot of personal growth within this job. It's something that you end up really liking, which you at first thought maybe you wouldn't, because there was a lot of stuff that maybe you didn't know how to do certain things, but you will be taught how to do it. And it's not that tough for you. You fall right in line with this. You don't have a problem with somebody adding instructions or telling you what to do or whatever. Yeah, I feel lots of good things happening all the way around, both the writing and the job, and maybe those two combine somehow.
Yeah, I love that. I just want to say, Jazz, there are no wrong paths, but you know, there'll be a sweeter spot for the job. So with all those multiple opportunities, what Cleo said about meditating and checking in with your higher self, your guides and angels, helps a lot to really zero in on what you're going to get from each job. Imagine yourself in each job doing them and feel what it feels like energetically while you're in meditation. That'll help you decide.
You know, and Jazz, just what you said here about really looking forward to self-development and doing something you like.
Yeah.
That I felt that throughout this reading, and that's really where you're at with this new thing and that's coming your way. It's like a new adventure, a new journey, but it's also very self-fulfilling. And watch for this person. There's a person out there, I think it's a male, that is going to have a lot of influence, a lot of positive influence on you. So good luck with all of that. I see it's going to work out really nice for you.
Great reading, Cleo. Woo.
Yeah. Well, I have not heard back from Lucy, Sherry, or Nor. So, and we are at the top of the hour, and we've got a pretty hard stop.
Yep.
So, Jazz did say up here a little bit earlier, true, Val, I started this project long back and lost my confidence in the middle and gave up. And now I have gone back to it because I want to finish it and build my confidence and self-love.
And you
Good
will.
plan.
And that is exactly what you're doing, because it is an answering of your soul, and you're giving it that attention and that presence of your now moment. And that's saying, I love you. I appreciate you. And everything you bring forward is an important thing for the world, for the universe. That is loving yourself and what the creative flow that comes from you. So I totally love that, Jazz. And never doubt that everything that you do is going out into the world in ripples, and it's going to shift everything. Even if you don't see it as that is how big it is and why it's so important for you. You knew you had to go back and finish that. It is your beautiful soul light creating that. So I love that. Thank you, Jazz.
That's great.
Well, so it does look like then we're coming to an end. I wished we could have done some more, but we are up over an hour. I just want to remind everybody that we do this the second Monday of the month, and we'll be back next month with the Mystic Four. And I hope everybody, liked our readings. I hope we did good.
I think we did fantastic. I love, just so everyone in our community knows, this is so much fun to get together with 4 people who flow so beautifully and really offer guidance that is so profound and really helpful in a whole way, in a holistic way, in a way that you can move through your life understanding what you're here to do. It's not just an answer, it is a way of being. So I love that.
Yeah, this is a fun show for me anyway. I just really enjoy working with everybody here. And it always has been this way. And we're just so happy to have Deb with us now.
Yeah, Deb is fantastic. So yeah, big hand for Deb and her beautiful readings. She fits right in like she was always supposed to be here.
I'm enjoying myself. So thank you.
And that's Purple Elephant Deb H. Purple Elephant Deb H. Oh, and this back in from Beth. Thank you for my reading in abstentia.
Yeah.
And so I made sure she knew where to start.
Oh, good. That was helpful.
Yes. So,
and if the people in the chat, the people watching this haven't subscribed to our channels, this show is coming through my channel today. Next month it'll be somebody else, but please go to all our channels, and the information is down in the description. And make sure, if you haven't subscribed, to subscribe, because it's what keeps us going on here on YouTube. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So we're leaving now. We'll see you in a month.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.